Hello, my name is Acidical Portal, and today we're going to learn about light sources. So basically, I before the video started, I made this like house, I guess, or this like shack. I had a dummy here just to reference for size, so I didn't make like the door too small or anything. So that's pretty much the gist of that. So I'm just going to be teaching you guys about lighting today, how lighting works, how light sources work, how you can make lights, light bulbs, just things like that. But first, I just kind of want to talk about things like the workspace. So, the workspace is basically controls like everything. And the workspace is where everything is underneath it. And then, so like, you have all these parts, which is random parts. Well, they're not random, they're just unnamed. They're just named part. I haven't named any of them. But workspace basically is where all the parts go, where everything, all the scripts, everything, just everything goes underneath the workspace. But things then there's these other things, and all these actually are in their own category. So lighting's interesting because lighting, you can control the atmosphere and like everything else of like basically the workspace. So all right, so if we make brightness 1, then it's like, no, actually 0, sorry. It's actually super dark. I can hardly even see anything really. If I make brightness 10, that's like makes my eyes hurt. Ouch. Let's, yeah, 2. Two's good. Ambient changes like the hue of how everything looks. So if I want to make it orange, everything, there's this orange feel to everything. Uh, Hold on, yeah, like you can see the difference to that. Um, I'm just gonna change that back to normal because I like that more. Nah, I changed it to white. Uh, color shift. Color shift is like how one part looks, so it's like a fade, I guess. And then if I wanted to make the top green, then like some of it's green. Like you can see green up here, you can see the orange down here. Um, so it's like shadow reflections. It changes that a little bit. Um, Oops, sorry. Um, I'm gonna change that back to normal because that's how I like it. So everything on default is black because black isn't actually really a color. It's actually, if you go to the color spectrum, black is like not actually on it, but it's all colors together. So it just absorbs all the colors and just makes everything look how we preserve it. So let's go through all these other properties. Time of day. Ooh, this is going to be important. Time of day is down here, as you can see. If I make time of day 0, that's like midnight basically. So it's nighttime. See, you can see the moon definitely. And I'm gonna keep it that way because I'm gonna show you how useful this will actually be later in this video. So outdoor ambient is like, it's interesting because it's like fog, I guess. So hold on. Yeah, it's like kind of creepy looking. It's like this would be good in a horror game actually, but it's like, oh boy, it's like just red evil looking. If I change it to green, it'll be like green looking. and like, you know, you get the point. So you can mess around with that. It's really fun. Uh, fog is fog and basically how far the fog goes out before you actually see it. So if I make it to 10, ooh, that's too much. If I make it to 100, uh, there it's like pretty foggy, but you can still see. Um, you can even change the fog color. So if I wanted to make the fog green, the fog is like green. That's pretty cool. And so the lighting property, uh, you don't have to worry about a lot of this other stuff. Just the stuff I showed you. Um, I'll get into that stuff in a different video, but for now, I just kind of want you to get the basics of this. So this this is going to be important the nighttime, like I said, because I'm going to insert a part. Um, you can't see the search thingy because of the OBS Studio, and it only projects one thing, so you can't see it, but you can still look it up. So you'll see search object. Uh, once you see point light, which is I'm going to use, click point light, and it'll automatically insert it into the part. So now the part lights up. It's like a light source, I guess. And now let's go to the properties of point light. So the brightness, we can change that because it's a little dark in my opinion. So I'm going to change it to 10 or maybe 5. That's much better. The range is how far you want it to go out. So 1, it's dark because at 1 it's dark because it's not going anywhere. The light isn't traveling. So I'm just going to make the range what it was before, 8. Shadows is kind of helpful. Shadows aren't like super hyper realistic in Roblox, but they still work. The reason why I made this like shack, I guess, was to complete it with the light source. So I'm going to put this inside the cabin or thingy or whatever the heck it is. And then I'm going to turn this into a thinner part. Oh yeah, what I mentioned about episode 1 is that you can scale down parts. Remember to do that. And then we can change the material to neon to make it look like, you know, it's lit up, so it actually looks realistic. So it kind of looks like a light, I guess. I'm gonna give it a little rim, I guess. Make it look like a, you know, very what do you call fluorescent light. Maybe make it darker. There we go. See, it looks like a light bulb thingy majiggy now. There we go. So that's pretty good and stuff. See, now we got ourselves a light source inside the cabin, and it looks a lot cooler than it did before, in my opinion. So if we still want to add light sources, we can maybe make something on the outside. So maybe have like something smaller. Maybe, you know, those like headlights, I guess. Headlights. And then I'm going to duplicate this part. I'm going to go to the plus sign. I'm going to do point light. Now I'm going to edit the properties. I'm going to change the brightness to 10 because, 5 I mean, because it's personally my favorite. and now I'm gonna change it to look like it's neon, so it actually looks like it's lit up. Maybe I want to make it brighter. There we go. You know, maybe we can give it a different like hue color. So if I want to look yellow, this isn't like very like realistic, I guess, because it still looks white. So I'm gonna make the point lights also yellow, so it actually looks like yellow light is coming off of it. That's pretty cool, right? So now this yellow light is coming off, and it'll be pretty helpful. So lighting is very helpful. Just like union and negate, it's just one of those really helpful tools that'll help you get get way more stuff done. You know, you'll be able to do things a lot more. Ooh, I just bounced up. But it's very, very helpful, useful stuff. But yeah, tell me if you guys have questions. Just write it down in the comments or something. I think my next video, I'm not exactly, you know what? I'm actually going to be doing something a little bit different next video. I'm going to be visiting different creations that I did, and I will show you how I did them and, you know, my struggles on making them. It'll be pretty cool because I mentioned it and I wanted to show you guys. So, yeah, that's about it for this video. Sorry there wasn't more. It's just lighting's pretty easy stuff. So leave a comment if you have questions. Please subscribe, and I'll make sure to make more stuff in the future. All right, peace, guys. See ya.